Good evening, everyone. It is August the 2nd, 2026. The next video I'm going to put up is on our youth, and it's a very good video. It's the kind of crisis that our youth are in, and it's regarding mental health as well that we're seeing. And of course, a lot of us adults are, with the way the world is right now, suffering with mental health crises as well. And I find this really good in the fact that it explains a lot too, from a young lady talking on the video as well, of the crisis like she went through. But this is through our kids helpline, where the youth call in if they've got a problem and they've got somebody there to talk to them about whatever the problems are or problem is that they're trying to resolve. It's very informative as well on what they try to do. It's very interesting as well because not only, like, we have a crisis helpline here for adults, but they're also finding out that adults are calling into the kids crisis line as well. And it gives you an idea. Are our crisis lines so full that people cannot get through on our crisis lines? Or is it the parents of the children who are in crisis that are trying to get advice how to help deal with their teenage children? Especially it's the teenagers that are really feeling the crunch right now that they're talking about. And sometimes they get, I believe, younger kids as well on the line. But I think what we're dealing with today, and these are young adults. They're young children, young adults as well, and they're going to be raised in a way that they're our future for our countries, literally. And they need to be dealt with in a compassionate way as well. And I know I was very lucky that I had a grandfather. I mean, unfortunately, he died when I was 11 or 12. But when I talk about my grandfather, it was the early things that he did with me, and he sat there and he listened to me, and he tried to give me some helpful advice. And I was lost as a teenager. I didn't know what to do. I was all over the place. And one of the things with being a teenager that I found too that was very difficult was physically I was developing faster than I was mentally. And in some cases it's children who are developing mentally faster than they are physically. So trying to keep up and trying to balance your body and trying to figure out whether you're coming or going, plus trying to navigate the world around you as a teenager. And especially in today's world, it's even worse than when I was a teenager. So I think we have to stop and listen. And that's one of the things that I've learned. It's really good to be able to listen. And I think I picked that up from my grandfather. So when I talk to my 14-year-old teenage granddaughter right now, as I've talked to her a few videos back of how we get together at the library and I took her out to places. It's not only taking them out to places as a grandparent, and this is why I talk to about what the grandparents, and if you have an elderly aunt or uncle or someone like that that can actually interact with the child or the teenager, and just sit there and listen to them and their complaints. And it's good in the fact that I found out that communicating with my granddaughter, I'm having a wonderful relationship with her. Yes, we go out. We do things off and on when I can. Some grandparents or relatives are out of the city or across the country and that, and it's pretty hard to get together. But the other thing I have is a wonderful telephone relationship with her. And I can call her up. She can call me up, as well as she texts me a lot. And things that she sees on the internet, she wants to ask questions about. That's a great way of having communication with that child and being able to explain things to them. So it's not a bad thing having the telephone. This is where the telephone is actually very good in promoting human relationships. And it's hard because they're out there trying to socialize with people. They don't know how to socialize. They're often, it's not that all necessarily that the parents want to neglect the child. It's just that the parents are so busy today. And it's not like having, when I grew up, as I've stated before, having my mom at home and my dad going out at work and my mom dealing with a lot of things. When I was growing up, And so I realized what they did contribute to my upbringing. I must say it was very difficult for me, especially because my parents are both professionals and they were perfectionists as well. So, as I've said in other videos, when you grow up with perfectionists and you don't feel like you're living up to their standards, it was a really rough time for me in that respect. And of course, my grandfather, when I was young, he never expected me to be perfect. He just tried to explain things in the best way that he could. But I think it's, and then again, my granddaughter just texts me something, and I think it's how we need to interact with our teenagers. And unfortunately, I can't put it up on my video, but I'm going to actually read what she texts me, and it was a little thing on 3 things I don't like when talking to me. And 1, don't talk to me like I'm your child. Number 2, don't talk like I'm supposed to be scared of you. And 3, never talk to me like I'm stupid. And I think it's 3 basic, really good basic rules as well to follow when you're talking to the young people, because they're the future leaders in our world coming up. And what we do today, everything we do today is going to influence how they're going to be our leaders in the future as well, and how they're going to navigate the world around them. And this is one of the things that I try to explain to my granddaughter. I've got a great relationship, like I said, with her. We go through things. I talk about the way things were in the old days and how things have changed. And I think that gives them a little more of a background. But one of the things I've really stressed is that no matter how bad the world is right now, and it's totally upside down, and I don't disagree with them on that at all, she's wondering what happened. But the best thing I can, and I've expressed to her, is that my parents, for an example, used to talk to me about how hard it was going through the Depression years, how hard it was with the rationing during the wars, how hard it was going through the smallpox pandemic and all the different pandemics that they had to go through and the diseases. But we made it through. And as long as we stay together and work together, we're going to make it through. And that's what I keep expressing to my grandchildren, that we're going to make it, but we have to do it together. And that's the most important thing. And we have to be able to communicate and talk to one another. That's another important thing. Communication is so terribly important. So for me, this communication with our children is extremely important. How do we communicate? And then when I see the helplines are just jammed with people trying to navigate through the world that we're in today, it makes me wonder, how far can we go? Are we going to make it sometimes? Even I question it. I'm totally human on that one too. But I know that if our parents and our ancestors made it through all the difficulties that they had, as I expressed to my grandchildren, somehow we're going to make it through this. And I really feel if we can get the generations coming right behind us through this, we'll be okay. So I'm going to leave it there, everyone, and I want to make sure that everyone enjoys the video and they get a chance to see this, because I do believe it's extremely important. So everyone, take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon, and bye-bye.